Hi guys, happy Monday. So this is our plan for the week. I am sure if you heard from your teachers, but this week we're going into an A-B day schedule. So what that's going to look like is you're going to have math, ELA, and a few other subjects. I forget what they are off the top of my head on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday this week. And then science, social studies, and a few other subjects. Please look at the schedule. Are Tuesday, Thursday this week. So last week, I know you guys had, I think there were 4 tasks total that you were doing on circles. And I know I'm still missing a few assignments from some of you. Some of you have done a great job and turned in everything. If you have any questions about what you still have not turned in, please shoot me a message and I'd be happy to tell you. I've been recording them on grade sheets on paper before I put everything on School Tool when we go back. So I do have a handful of you who are still missing a few of those things from last week. So today I'm going to give you guys some time to catch up, fix any of those things that you want to turn in. But I want to go over a few things. So many of you did okay on the task cards and the circles coloring activity. That wasn't too bad for a majority of you. But the quizzes, I'm not sure if some of us were rushing or what, but I wanted to go over a few questions that students were either asking or got wrong. So here are, I just printed out the questions from the quizzes game/activity that you guys did on Thursday last week. I think many of you did fine here. Okay, finding what is the diameter. Okay, remember if this is a radius, you're going to multiply that by 2 to find the diameter. Okay, the red line, all I asked was, is it a radius or a diameter? Okay, remember halfway across the circle is a radius. Okay. Question number 3. Okay, area. Okay, guys, in order to do many of these questions, like I said in my first video last week, you need to write your formula. Okay, then once you have a formula written, here we need a radius. We are given a radius. All you're doing is plugging in that radius. Okay, then all you got to do is throw that right into your calculator. Once again, I'll show you guys throwing this in. Pi parenthesis 21 squared. Remember, that's that x squared button right there. Okay. All right, taking a look, rounded to the nearest hundredth here. We have 1,385.44. Okay. This one was a vocab question. What's the circumference? Okay, so to save on time here, I just wanted to go over a couple that I saw some students getting wrong. Number 6, okay. Danielle wants to make cookies for 3 friends. So you've got 3 cookies here. The radius, remembering what the radius is, that is the halfway point. Okay, we've got to do a better job at remembering the difference between a radius and a diameter is all the way across. Okay, so the radius, the halfway point to the outside of the cookie, is 5 inches. So if she wants to ice all 3 of those cookies, how many square inches? That is a clue right there, guys. Square inches is area. Anything in units squared is area. Must she cover? So you're covering the cookie in icing. There's a second clue that this is area. Okay, so we've got to be reading these questions a little bit more carefully. So let's find the area of 1 cookie, and then what can we do to find our answer for 3 cookies? Hopefully you said multiply by 3. So area equals pi r squared. Remember, always starting with that formula. Okay. We know the radius is 5, so that made our job easy here. Now all I'm going to do is plug that into my calculator. Pi times 5 squared. Remember, 5 squared is just 5 times 5. So the icing for one cookie is that, okay? So to figure out how much icing she needs to cover 3 cookies, we just need to multiply what's on our screen, or our calculator, times 3. So I'm just going to keep that right on my calculator, times 3. It's about 235.6 square inches for all 3 covered cookies. Okay. Next one I wanted to go over with you guys is number 8. This one read, a circular pool has a radius of 7.5 feet. Guys, I have no problems, and I always encourage you to do this in class. Draw a picture. Radius from the center to the outside is 7.5 feet. Monica wants to know how many feet of a pool cover she needs to buy. So if you're going to cover the pool, is that area or is that circumference? Okay, remember the difference here. Circumference, distance around the outside, area, space inside. So if we're trying to cover this pool, we want the space inside. So that would be area. Okay, and we do have a radius. They gave us the radius of 7.5 squared. Then all you got to do is put that right in your calculator and you should find your answer right over here. Okay. Oops, sorry, forgot it's off screen. 7.5. Okay. We're getting about 176.71 ... Okay. This one, the closest answer right here, they used, sometimes you guys will use 3.14, and I know some of you at home are using 3.14 too, so that's okay. So if it's off by a couple tenths, that could be the difference. So you'll never see answer choices real close to each other. So 3.14 times 7.5, okay, there it is right there, using 3.15, okay. You can use 3.15 or the pi symbol. You'll be off by a couple tenths if you use one or the other, okay. Just be mindful. Sometimes it'll tell you in the directions. All right. The other couple that I wanted to go over. Number 10. Rocky has a choice between 2 pizzas. A circular pizza with a 10-inch diameter and a square pizza with a 9-inch side. Which statement is true? Saying the pizzas have the same area, the area of the circular pizza is larger, the area of the square pizza is larger, or the area of the circular pizza is 100 square inches. So, guys, they're asking you to basically find the area, okay? All your answer choices have to do with area. So let's find the area of the 2 different pizzas. So here's the area of the circular pizza. Okay, so circle formula for area is pi r squared. Tricky part here is I'm given a diameter. That's the whole way across. And I need a radius. That's the halfway across. So what am I going to do with this 10? Hopefully many of you said divide by 2. So 10 divided by 2 is 5. So my radius is 5. Okay, so I'm going to take that 5 and plug it in. Okay, so there's my circle pizza. That's how much area in my circle pizza I'm going to get. Okay, then I have a square pizza with 9 inches. So how do you find the area of a square? We all know this. Okay, a lot of you like to use length times width. Okay, but what you'll notice about what's true about the square sides of a square, they are all the same. So your length on a square would be 9, your width would be 9. Or you can do 9 squared, side squared, when it's a square. So 9 times 9, hopefully we know this one by now. It's going to be 81 square inches. This one was inches squared as well. Okay, so now we can easily tell which pizza has more area. We can clearly see they're not the same area. Hopefully you noticed that the square pizza is larger. The area of the square pizza is larger. All right, I'm just gonna go over 2 more on this question, on this page. So number 11, a circle has a diameter of 4.5 centimeters, okay? A larger circle has a diameter of 24 centimeters. Okay, guys, a lot of times these questions, it's so much easier when you draw them out. Many of you are not taking that time to do that, okay? It wants to know what's the approximate difference in the circumferences of them. So our circumference formula is C equals pi d. Nice thing here is we have the diameter for both. So I'm just going to plug in the diameter for both. All right, now I'm grabbing my handy dandy calculator here. Pi times 4.5 is, I'm going to squeak this in here, 14.137 dot dot dot. Off to the right here, pi times 24. Okay, and it wants to know what is the approximate difference. So remember difference, you're going to subtract. So we're going to take this 75 minus the 14.137 dot dot dot. So it's about 61.26. So it says approximate, 61 is our closest answer, okay? All right, number 12. The diameter of the quarter is 24.26 millimeters. What is closest to the circumference of the outer edge? So circumference here. So C equals pi d is our formula. Okay, my diameter is 24.26 and it's telling me to use 3.14 right here. So that's a good clue. I'm going to use that when I throw that in my calculator. 3.14 times 24.26. And we get 76.17 with a 6 behind it. 76.18 is our nearest hundredth. Okay. I think those ones everybody did okay. There were 2 last ones that you're going to see on a different assignment this week that I want us to make sure we understand. So this one, a sprinkler that sprays water. So think about a sprinkler, guys. Sprinkler that sprays water in a circular area. So here's your sprinkler, and it's going to spray water. It says up to 30 feet. So your sprinkler is going to go in this circular direction. It's going to spray water in a circle. Okay, circular area. And it sprays it up to 30 feet all the way around. Okay, so it wants to know to the nearest tenth, what is the maximum area? I'm going to write my area formula. Now, think about it. If your sprinkler's here and it sprays up to 30 feet in any direction, 30 means it's your radius. So you do have a radius here of 30 feet. And then you're just throwing that in your calculator, guys. Okay, 2,827. 2,826 is our closest here. Okay, if we use 3.14, you'd have that right on there. All right, last one. Olivia